My name is Xanthe. I live in Santa Clarita, California. I'm fighting for the McRib's return to the city. In November, I approached my city council to help me.
Thanksgiving for my family without this, like McRib, is like a Christmas without snow. It just doesn't make sense.
Unfortunately, I didn't receive any feedback from them, so I wrote a song. When that didn't work either, I just thought to go back to protesting on the streets. All successful campaigns have a mascot, so I sought out my friend Robert to be the face of ours.
Ronald McDonald isn't like the other characters, like the Hamburglar. He's just stealing burgers and Grimace, whatever he does. But like Ronald McDonald, like he's the face of their charity, you know, the Ronald McDonald Houses, which does a lot of good for kids. Kind of hoping that maybe I'll see a kid today light up when they see me. That would make it all worth it.
There were some people there to support, some local members of the community, as well as a press member. They kind of looked to me as a leader, which it's not a position that I'm used to, but for this cause, I wanted to step up to the plate.
We'll help you. We're bringing attention that the local managers will bring the McRib back to McDonald's in Santa Clarita.
It's all about supporting community, family, traditions. Yeah, listening to one another. McDonald's should listen.
We had some onlookers that were curious. Some of them were laughing, some of them were befuddled about us, but we just kept doing what we were doing.
I know it's hard to talk, and you shouldn't, but thank you for being here. The reason I'm staying in Residence Inn is it has a full kitchen, so I can get all my vegan stuff at Trader Joe's and Sprouts. Isn't that cool? So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Take care, please.
At one point, one of the managers of McDonald's looked like they were calling the police. In the end, nobody came, which I'm happy about, because it gave us more time to protest. But then Danny, my cameraman, brought something to my attention that was very disconcerting.
Are you a fan of the McRib, or are you more of an apple? No.
Well, honestly, for me, I'm a vegan, so I don't eat the McRib.
I was thinking about the Arby's pork sandwich.
The people that were with us didn't even eat the McRib or like the McRib. I started to think to myself, was I being viewed as a joke?
That hurts. I'm here I walked through for the wrong reason. I'm an animal rights activist.
I don't know if people really take you serious. I don't know.
I don't think they do.
When Robbie and I got home, we reflected on the day's events.
It's kind of weird that he was like wearing a cow costume.
And then also he was talking, and we specified silent protest.
You're wearing a cow costume and you're saying eat McRib, but then McRib is made of some cow, right?
Maybe like that's the only costume he had at home or something, so he just wore it. You've been getting a lot of support from school though, right?
No, they think it's a joke. They think it's a performance, and I don't correct them because I'm just tired of explaining myself. It's really hard to find like genuine people in this day and age, you know?
Just because they don't eat meat doesn't mean they can't be supportive of the issue, you know? It's like with smoking, like I don't like smoking, but then I feel like we shouldn't try and like take smokers all the smokers' rights. It's like their choice if they want to smoke. Like, just make
Robert was right. Instead of focusing on the good that these people were doing with me, I was focusing on myself and my insecurities. These people, whether or not they like the McRib, were supporting me.
Well, we're here to support a friend who has a family tradition of having a McRib on Thanksgiving. I love family, I love tradition, so we're here to support her.
I don't see what the problem would be with having a McRib weekend at this point.
We shouldn't step on other people's priorities. Even if it's not important to us, like for myself, it is important to other people, and they have that right, and we should stand up for people's rights, because one day they're going to come and take away your rights.
That's a really beautiful thing, that people would support each other despite their differences or beliefs. The world needs more people like that. Santa Clarita is really awesome town.
It's just really humbling for me that you guys would join me on this issue. And so people ask me why I spoke to the city council last month. They ask, is it a joke? Is she nuts? And I answer them with a quote that I posted on Facebook. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right." I know people look down on what I do. They find it trivial in a world where people are dying every day from violence and terrorism every day. The campaign is not reflective of what I think is most pressing in this country. I'm not saying the McRib is more important than human lives, and it's an asinine assumption, seriously. However, the McRib's absence is an ideological assault on our constitutional right to family tradition, and I'll explain why. In the 80s, my parents immigrated from the Philippines to the United States soon after I was born. My mother did her best to raise me in a culture she felt alienated from. My dad worked as a mall busboy and took home leftover Cinnabons to eat. Later on, he joined the U.S. Army, fought in Desert Storm to give back to the country that gave us a chance at a better life. When I was 4, the Army sent us to Europe, where my mother was hired as a food prep at a German McDonald's. The McRib is available only as a permanent menu item in both Germany and Berlin. One of the earliest memories I have as a child is my mother giving me free McRibs from over the counter. The McRib was an affordable way for us to bond together, a reminder of hardship faced, and thus became a family tradition. In 2013, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. My mother moved back to America to be with me for my surgery and never left my side for the entire hospitalization. My father could not be there because he was deployed. The surgery was successful, and thankfully to this day I am cancer-free. I was discharged in November of that year, and when my mom asked me what I wanted to eat, I said the McRib. It was such a comfort after living off of hospital food for weeks, and a symbol of consistency in our ever chaotic and changing lives. So why do I protest for the McRib? The beauty of the McRib is that it doesn't discriminate. It does not see class, gender, or race. I mean, look at me. I'm a tiny Asian woman with pink hair. And do you think people take me seriously? No. But somehow the McRib has gotten me to a place where people are listening to what I have to say. And that's amazing. And that is what I want everyone to realize. To know that your voice matters, no matter who you are, where you come from, or what you look like. Never let anyone make you feel less or invalidate anything you believe in. So I ask you, citizens of Santa Clarita, before you leave, I urge you to ask yourself, will I let McDonald's, a corporation with a net worth of $60 billion, dictate and undermine my American family values? Will I let my children think it's okay to stand back instead of stand up? Will I let myself be naive, or will I wake up? We can't be complacent. The McRib is not just a sandwich, it's our right. And thank you everyone here for listening, and I hope you enjoy your holiday.
'Cause we've got McRib